gentlemen, welcome to KeithAndrewNetWork 307. I'm here with the talented and beautiful Su Hananel, and I just want to say thank you for being a guest on my talk show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Now, for people who want to know the point of my talk show, the whole point of my talk show is to show people that even with having a learning disability, I can still overcome controversy and reach my goals in life. At the same time, I'm able to turn myself into a perfect example for people out there dealing with any types of learning disabilities and disabilities. But you should never give up, and you should prove to them you can still mount to something. Now, as I got reversed. So basically, it's about titles do not dictate who you are and who you're going to be. You should prove to them you can still mount to something. Half hour, 45 minutes every time. You have as much time as you like. And you support in a good cause, plus you're making a new friend out of it. And starting off, what can you tell us about yourself?
Well, I'm an actress. I've been acting since I was probably 17, 18 years old when I started in college. I moved to LA in 2015. And I've performed in theater basically, and then some short films and web series and social campaigns basically. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna ask you some easy questions starting off, and then some hard-hitting ones. Then I'm gonna pass the show over to you. But the first thing I'm going to ask you is, when you were growing up, did you ever do any sports, and were you a study nerd or party animal?
I was not a party animal, but I was definitely the kind of girl who studied a lot. And regarding the sports, yeah, I did swimming. I actually went to some competitions, and when I was maybe 10 or 11. And I won a silver medal. Yeah. So yeah, I swim. I've swum all my life.
What about, did you ever get the chance to do one of those human pyramids, or not into the whole human pyramid thing?
No, not really. Never. I mean, we did for fun, but not often. Maybe once or twice. You know, when we're in a park with some friends.
I love that stuff. I'm a loser.
Yeah, it was pretty fun, but we didn't. I don't know why we didn't do it often. I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to get a group of people together to do like a record. Would you be interested in doing some?
Sure. Yeah. If I can, if I find more people to do it with me, of course. Yeah.
It's on my bucket list. That's a project I'm working on. But now we're actually going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to take a quick commercial break. I'm going to play a little commercials. And when we come back, we're going to jump right back into the hard-hitting questions.
Message for yourself or as a gift for someone else. For personal connections, shout-outs, birthdays, proposals, weddings, and much more. Enter your details about yourself so the celebrity can record a personal video message especially for you, including details such as your name, age, birthday, hobbies, or whatever else you include. As soon as the video has been recorded, you'll get an email with your link so you can share it on social media or download and keep it. Celebrities record videos as and when they can, usually within 2 weeks. But if you want a video for a specific date and it does not look like it will arrive in time, you can cancel it and get an instant refund at the click of a button. There are hundreds of celebrities to choose from and many more joining every day. Search by category or genre. Buy a gift voucher, get updates and offers, and encourage your favorite celebrities to join so they can connect with fans in a fun and unique way. Raise money for their charities and much more. So order your video now for yourself or for someone else.
I'm so bored.
Whoa! Want to see something really cool? Now you'll never be bored again with Loot Crate, a totally bodacious mystery box packed with awesome toys, radical games, and other surprises. And the best part is, you can get Loot Crate delivered right to your door. So don't delay. Ask your parents and order today.
Everything okay in there? Yeah, everything great. I love Loot Crate.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm here with Su Hananel, and this is episode 307. Now, where we left off, I'm going to ask you some hard hittings about your career, and I'm going to pass it to you. You can ask me anything you want, gloves off. And starting off, who influenced you to start your career, number one? And have you starred in any films?
Well, who influenced me? I would say Natalie Portman. I remember I saw her on a film, Closer. So it's, way back. And I thought she was unbelievable. And I knew that's what I wanted to do, I mean, of course, other people that I really admire and look up to is, Meryl Streep and so many good actresses. I don't know, Kate Winslet. She's one of my favorites. And if I'm talking even, older generations, it would be Helen Mirren. I admire her, and Judi Dench. They're like my favorite. I just can't get enough of them. When I look at them on films, it's just, they're great. And I haven't started in any film. I know I've acted in 2 short films that are going to be submitted to festivals. One of them is called Bloggers, which it's a really nice project that I did last year with a very international group of people. So yeah, I know they're in post-production right now, so they're probably they are submitting, I think, to some festivals. And the other one is The Red Thread, and it was supposed to be a film, but at the end it became a short film because of budget and some problems they had, some issues they had during post. So they're also planning to submit it to some festivals, and I hope they get picked up because they're really great stories.
Oh, no, absolutely. That might have almost lost my voice. I just noticed in your accent, I really like your accent. For our listeners who want to know, what is your background?
Well, I was born and raised in Peru. I was born in Lima, which is the capital. And I studied here, I went to college, and then I moved to LA in 2015. Yeah.
So have you ever been to New York City, or have you just been in LA?
I haven't. I wish I wanted to go, but I didn't find the time, but I will, definitely. It's on my list.
Well, if you're ever in LA, let me rephrase that. If you're ever in New York, if I'm ever in LA, we should definitely meet up, get lunch or something.
Of course, yes.
What part of LA do you hail from?
Santa Monica, but I want to move to Burbank, which is closer to everything, but yeah, I'm in Santa Monica.
I always wanted to go to California, but I'm scared shitless of airplanes.
They're not that bad, really, and don't worry. I'm sure you'll be fine. Nothing will happen.
Well, there's something called online. It's called. I'm trying to think of the name. I'm really bad at when I put on the spot. It's Your Travel Mates. I don't know if you heard of it. It's Your Travel Mates.
No, I haven't.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I haven't heard of it.
Sorry, Skype.
Oh, okay.
It's basically Your Travel Mates. It's basically, I guess you pay someone to be your escort. It's okay. Kind of fishy. It's kind of like an escort. You know what that word I'm trying. It sounds like you're paying someone to be your travel mate. Okay, it sounds like a nice business, but there's have to be other people. Is there any extra benefits with it? But it's, I don't know. I saw it. I thought you would see it. It's always on YouTube. Travel Mates.
Interesting. Oh, I haven't seen it. No, I haven't. But it sounds very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, just throwing it out there. I don't know much about TravelMates.com, so I'm not doing a plug on them. Not yet, unless they pay me. That would be nice. But the commercials I do run, it's called WooCrates.com. I like WooCrates, so it's basically, it's just. I'll give you an example. What am I going to say? My phone. You say, use this as a box. And once a month, you pay $20, and they will send you an ongoing thing. As long as you pay $20 a month, they will send you a box, shot glasses, shirts, and everything. And I like dogs. And so in the beginning of the video, I play Bark Box. Mm-hmm. And I'm also on, and you're a perfect candidate for this one. I usually don't do this anymore because I did it in my last season. But, I don't know. I'm just looking, I'm trying to make every interview different. So basically, for you, you would say, I came across your profile, and you would say, Sue, today's my birthday. Can you give me a recommendation? Can you wish me a happy birthday? Or you come across my profile, I charge $20. So let's turn that around. You come across my profile, say, hey, I like how you do impressions. I like your talk show. Basically, it's celebrities' ways of earning money, but also interacting with fans. I'm on there. You're an upcoming beautiful actress. You should definitely be on there. And it's a nice way to interact with your fans and get extra money on the side.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'll look it up.
Don't mind me, I'm just really rusty when it comes. I have poor social skills. So that's why I'm doing my talk show to get over that. But, I do have panic attacks and hesitate. That's why I'm kind of robotic and kind of stiff. But, all my interviews are different. I'm not like Derek Jeter where you got to hit home runs after home runs. But anyway, it's not about me, it's just about you. So, anyway, I don't mean to bitch to you.
No, not at all.
So the first thing I'm going to ask you is you answered who influenced you and what films you're in. You also mentioned you're doing a web series. What can you tell us about that?
Yes. Well, I've been producing a web series called Get It Together. You can find it on YouTube. And it's a comedy about group therapy sessions. So you have 6 people doing therapy, and they have really complicated issues, and they are very different from each other. So how they interact and how they try to overcome it, and like the title says, get it together. Yeah. So far we've released 4 episodes. They are really, really funny. They are great. We have a really good team. We're on a break right now. Our last episode was released on Thanksgiving week. And we plan to start shooting again in February and start releasing episodes in March. So please, if anybody, if people are watching, if you are interested, if it sounded interesting to you, look it up on YouTube or Facebook, and it's facebook.com/GIT webseries. GIT webseries.
Have you guys ever done a commercials for it and play it on YouTube?
A what?
Oh, have you created any commercials and then play it on YouTube?
No that I know of. No, I don't think so. No. Because, the project, I'm the producer, but I'm also co-producing with the director, who's Joel Jr. So, if he has done anything, if he has done what you said, I have no idea. Probably not.
Well, if you're interested, I can definitely help you guys, promote and share during my interviews.
Oh, okay, nice. That would be great.
And now, are you looking for extras for your film?
For my film?
Yeah, for your web series.
Oh, for my web series. Oh, well, right now we're not including more people because it's a very limited budget production. We're trying to get people interested, more executive producers interested in this project because it's a really good one. But right now we're only focusing on those 6 characters that we already have. But we'll definitely let people know when we have day players or just a background if we need to. Yeah.
Well, if you're interested, I would love to work with you if that's a possibility.
Oh yeah. Well, we are shooting in LA, so
Yes.
if you ever go, yeah, of course.
Now, the next question I was going to ask you is, how many years have you been doing your whole acting career? And where do you see yourself going? Well, like, what is the next step for you?
Okay, so I've been acting since I was 18 years old, so I would say that would be almost 10 years. Almost, but professionally, I mean, the moment where I started to get paid for it, it would be maybe 5 years. Yeah. And what's next for me? Right now I'm in Peru. I'm starting to do some TV work, and I think that's the next step for me. I want to do TV. I want to do more film, definitely. I don't want to leave theater aside, but I'll probably have to, because now I want to go more into something, into the screen, basically, So yeah, I mean, I love theater, but that probably would be the next step for me.
No, absolutely. So you more like, do you see yourself doing more just like on stage acting and more than on TV?
Yes, on TV, definitely. I'm looking up for I'm already auditioning for some TV shows and stuff, so I hope I can get into any of them because it'll be so fun. I'm trying to do this year things that I haven't done yet, so TV would definitely be the next step.
I hear you. And now, if you had the chance, what, well, two questions. If you had the chance, what TV shows would you love to be a part of, number one? And does social media play a part in people getting the roles? Like for you, do you have a big following, and does that dictate in, say, you should be given a chance, or how did all that come about?
Well, I think that's a complicated subject. I mean, I think that social media is getting more important now. It wasn't when I started.
Right.
So the people that I already know, they know me because I've worked with them or they heard about me. And social media was not as big as it is now. I feel that when I'm trying to like expand my network, people that I want to work with, I will have to become more active on social media, I mean, one of my first steps was to get on Instagram. I opened my Instagram account maybe a year ago, just because I felt like maybe, I need, and the same way happened with Snapchat, which didn't interested me a lot, but then, people started having it and I was like, oh, maybe I should get into that and see what's going on. So I think it's starting to be a big deal now. If I haven't felt like because I didn't have enough followers, for example, that's the reason I didn't get picked up. I haven't felt that yet, but it could be an issue later on, And about what TV show I would love to be on, there's so many, but I think I would love to be on How to Get Away with Murder with Viola Davis. I just love her, and Scandal. That will be with Kerry Washington. Those two are right now my favorite shows. So yeah, those would be my top two.
Well, for me, I would say probably Blue Bloods. So I would love to be on Blue Bloods. Work with Donnie Wahlberg or just be an extra. I missed the boat. I missed the boat on Grimm. I started my talk. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I just said okay. That sounds cool. Yeah.
Sorry, Skype. It's the device.
Oh.
But Grimm, I started my talk show 3.5 years ago. This June will be 4. So, yeah, I kind of wasted my Ame. Yeah, because I could have during that time auditioned to be on Grimm. Unfortunately, they're in Portland, And if you're not in Portland, they don't really cast outside of their network.
Mm-hmm.
You know, funny story is I came across this casting director in Hawaii Five-0. I was like, oh, big fan. I would love to do it. All right, can you come down tomorrow? I'm like, oh, okay. Where in New York are you based? Yeah, we're not in New York. We're in Hawaii. I went, well. So that's when I found out that they only film people in certain areas.
Yeah, it's true.
Same thing with Suits, for that matter.
It's a what?
Oh, same thing with Suits. You know, it's...
Yeah, Suits is a great show, too.
No, absolutely. I think it should have ended. They had the perfect ending for it. And that's another thing I want to like to run past you. Do you think when the shows have a perfect ending, it should just end? Or do you think they should just continue in, and that's why people are just driving it to the ground?
Oh no, I think they should end, you know? That's one of the things that I admire about the Japanese business or the Japanese TV show industry. They don't care about, they just care about the story. Yeah. They don't care about making it longer and longer just because they have a lot of viewers, you know? They end it when it's supposed to be, and then they move on. And I think that's the way it should be. You know, you should put the story ahead of anything else. That's why TV now it's getting, you know, it's having a better quality than movies right now in the US, and you know, and that's a trend that I think it's happening because people are starting to care more about the story and the characters and how it develops and how it should end, and not just keep going because people want more, you know.
No, I give you a perfect example on that. Dragon Ball Z, that was only supposed to be, I don't know, 100 and something episodes, but people liked it so much, then the guys are, okay, I give you another 100. Okay, I give you another 100. And now there's like thousands of episodes. And Dragon Ball Z is one of those type of cartoons where you can continuously do different variations. Mm-hmm. But TV shows that had the perfect ending should have disappeared. Being Human, number 1. Suits, number 2. I think Hawaii Five-0 had a perfect ending. I don't know, there's a couple other great ones. But actually, I got
Breaking Bad had a good ending too. Breaking Bad had a good ending too. That for me was done.
Which one do you think should have ended in season 4, or do you happy with the season 6 ending?
When I was talking about Breaking Bad?
Yes.
No, I think it ended perfectly when it ended. I mean, yeah, I think it was fine when it ended. I liked the ending. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I did. For me, it was fine. It was good.
I liked the season 4, and I didn't like it in the beginning, but the more I think about it, I do like it. It's where he kills Gus, and his wife asks him what happened. He says, I win, and then the camera zooms out. You know, I didn't care for it at the beginning, but given why did it have to kill Walter White? You know, it's kind of
yeah.
But anyway, I'm gonna pass the show over to you. This is your time, after all. So, with the last 20 minutes left, you can talk about anything you want. Ask me anything you want. This is your time, and I would like to know, I would like to see life from your point of view.
From my point of view, I would love to know what got you into doing these interviews. Why did you feel it was important or meaningful?
All right. Make a long story short, because I always said it for my past interviews. Make a long story short, I just got tired of using my learning disability as a crutch. You know, I can't do this, I can't do that. I'm not educated. You know, I was labeled as handicapped and mentally challenged or retarded. So basically, I got tired of people rubbing that in my face or jamming it down my throat. So I'm like, I'm going to show you, hey, you label me as this. I'm going to show you that labels do not dictate who you are and who you're going to be. And you can prove to them you can still amount to something. And I just got tired, being around people say, go talk to him, go talk to her, see he has connections or whatever. And I say, what about me? It's like, well, what about you? You're not educated. Yeah, you have poor people skills. You can't hold down a job. You do stupid things.
Wow.
I come across a little stiff. I rub people the wrong way. Not deliberately, like I rub people the wrong way. It's part of my mannerisms that people don't have the patience for. Hey, like I said, I'm imperfect, so you're not gonna find a perfect person.
Yeah, of course.
But I just decided. To make a long story short, I worked in a store in retail. I got sick out of it. Took me a year to recover. So that's all. It took me about, got sick in 07, 08. It took me a whole year to recover. 09, it's when I got my disability money. And I had an opportunity to go to West Point. I'm now certified to work anywhere as a custodian. Tried to work in for 2010, but it didn't work out. Hurricane Sandy happened, and after Hurricane Sandy, I'm like, everyone else is doing their own thing, and I use certain people as an inspiration. They think I'm an ass kisser. But I was like, well, if they can do it, then I should do it as well. Or at least attempt to do it and show people, say, hey, you label me as this or that. I don't mean to bitch to you, I apologize. And it's basically, I got tired of using it as a crutch. And I'm like, 2013, don't ask me why, it seemed like a good idea at the time. When I first started my show, I was doing old phone interviews. And I got people from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Dragon Ball Z and X-Men. And I'm like, this is great, but I'm still having panic attacks. And that you didn't see one because it was just all audio. And it's basically almost like, this isn't working. And one thing that got to me, people said to me, you have this great format, why aren't you as big, or wink wink, bigger than you portray yourself to be? Why don't you have sponsors? Why don't you have people helping you? Unfortunately, that never changed. But one guy did say to me, do your show over in a different format and see where you get. And thanks to you, we're up to 307. And it's basically, I started from the phone. So basically, how you're looking at me, you're the camera, and this is the image that I will get. So from the phone, that's what I got. And you can see my early work on the KeithAndrewNetWork.com. I'm going to play all my early interviews. Doing a little plug. Episode 1 is still being played until Sunday. So check it out. So, basically...
I will.
Oh, that wasn't directed at you. That meant like everyone else.
Okay.
So when I did my format over, it's basically what you saw. This is the camera. I'm recording the image. And I didn't care if I was being seen or not. All what mattered was seeing the guests. Season 2, I got a tripod. And so I got a camera. So the camera was recording the image. It's the same thing. Instead of Season 1 recording what the phone saw, Season 2 you now saw what the computer screen saw. Now Season 3 and 4, it's now, if you watch like CNN, Fox News, where it's cut in half, I'm going to be on the right, you're going to be on the left. Or if you interview me, you're on the left and I'm on the right. So you saw over the 3 years and a half, there's a transition from the phone to the computer screen to Skype recorder. I could have done Skype recorder from the beginning, but then you really wouldn't have seen a transition. Okay, yeah, you would have seen a transition over 3.5 years, but you really wouldn't actually seen...
Yeah, see the growth.
Yes. And it's basically I was I was doing things ass backwards, but I wanted to show people, hey, look at the progress. From not being wanted to seen to now being seen. Season 2, I was wearing all professional shirts like I'm wearing now. To season 3, I was wearing like what you were wearing, just way back shirts with different logos on it and everything. Season 4, I'm now doing professional. I may go back to the way back look, but I'm showing you there's different variations. I'm like an orange. You keep peeling the skin, you're gonna see different variations of the character. So it's basically like a character growth. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, of course, it does. It does.
But I would like to know more about you. And our fans want to know more about you. This is your time after all. They heard me rant and rave about how I got started. But this is your time after all. So, go ahead.
Yeah. No. Ask me what you want to know.
Now, the first thing I'm going to ask you is, now I'm going to the hard-hitting ones, and then I'm going to push on you, and I want you to push right back at me and make it more fun. I'll see how far I can push you to your breaking point. And I was told, have fun with your guests. Push on them as say, I'm gonna push and push to see where your breaking point is. And then I want you to do the same thing to me. Ask me whatever you want. I have heard it before. So, when you go for acting roles, say you would go for a Spanish role, or an Asian role, or whatever acting roles out there, does your background play a part in saying this woman's really beautiful? Should we have her play this part? Or does your background say it's also stereotypes, because in this country they like to label things? Perfect example is, I promise I will shut up in 1 minute. It's for me, people label me as retarded and have a learning disability. So for me, going into the entertainment world, people are like, okay, you have a learning disability, you're retarded, you're Brazilian, correct?
No, I'm Peruvian.
Caribbean, no disrespect. You're from the Caribbean, and so does that label dictate who you are and who you can, like I was saying about disability?
Yeah. I mean, I think it does in the U.S. It puts us all in the same box. Yes. We have to have this flamboyant personality and this very curvy body and be, just this sex symbol that I don't feel I am at all. I don't feel like I've been born in this culture, and I feel that we are very diverse. We're not just that. I mean, of course we are, but not just that. So I try to apply. I've always applied for roles that I felt were not focused on that. So on all the films that I've done, I've played, for example, I've played teacher, I've played assistant, I've played, and of course it does play. They try to incorporate the fact that I'm Latina, so they put names that are, closer to my culture. And that's fine with me, as long as they don't ask me to do something that I'm not comfortable with, just, to mock my culture or to keep alive this stereotype that I don't feel we all are. I mean, it's fine if some people like to be portrayed in that way and keep up with that stereotype, that's fine. If people want to do that, if other actors want to do that, that's cool. But that's not the way that I see myself, So, so far I felt like people are, it's funny because I felt that people who are more open to something that it's not a stereotype are productions that are founded by people who are not American. you know?
Right.
Or that they have some Americans, but they are mostly internationals. Like I've been in films that have been produced by people from South Africa or Sweden or Norway, Mexico. So it really depends on, just opening your mind to other possibilities, other ways of looking at the world that doesn't fit what you think is on the box,
No, absolutely. Basically, you bring up a good point. Sandra McHayek and a couple other actresses were talking about, the Spanish community, how they're always portrayed as, I'm trying to think, remember, like nannies or housekeepers or don't speak English. Do you think that's just stupid and ignorant, some people, or do you think just because that's the portraying?
I think in some cases it's a reality for some people who go to the States and they do jobs, like you said, they are nannies or housekeepers, or they're working, any jobs that involve service, so I understand why they want to keep portraying that. But what I feel like is that the Hispanic community, we do all sort of jobs. For example, that's one of the things that I love about Jane the Virgin, and because it's very realistic. She's a teacher, and her mom is a dancer, and you have this, you have so many different ways of portraying people who are Latinos, even if they can be, in a very upper class, or they can be in a completely lower class, but that doesn't matter. I think that's the definition of diverse. So if the industry keeps focusing on the fact that not only Latinos, any other culture is very diverse, and you can have them in all kind of social structure or class or jobs, then I think productions are going to be way more interesting, because people are going to feel they're going to relate to that. They're not going to be like, oh my God, again we are the nanny or the housekeeper. They're going to be like, oh my God, I see this lawyer who is a Latina, like for example in How to Get Away with Murder. So that's awesome to see yourself in, or your culture portrayed in different ways.
Well, just by looking at you, and again, you are beautiful, but just by looking at you, you can easily be, a warrior, a teacher. You have this look around you that you can play so many different roles.
Yes, I think my looks have played in my favor to play different roles, which I really appreciate. So, yeah, it's true.
Now, wrapping up, I know I said I was going to ask you a hard-hitting question or subject, and, well, I want you to do one. You can ask me anything hard-hitting while we're wrapping up.
Okay, so,
doesn't matter how personal or what it is.
How personal, okay. How do you deal now with everything that you've learned doing the show and, personal growth? How do you deal now with criticism, or with people who are not as understanding, or with people who are just, very narrow-minded?
Well, I deal with those people on an everyday basis. But pretty much, when I first started, my mom said to me, you can try it, see what happens, and she said, I'm going to be honest with you, maybe you would have got in 1, 2, maybe 3 people, but you're very persistent, and normally someone would have gave up. Like, I'm not tired of it. I love meeting new people, I love interacting with people, making new friends, and I would like to be remembered as saying, hey, I mean, one thing I remember about Keith is he never gave up. He was persistent, and he was always willing to walk. And, you know, it sounds pathetic, but I walk around with my hand out. You know, I'm not asking for a handout, but I'm walking with my hand out saying he always wants to introduce himself to someone. He always wants to be the center of attention. Now, I'm not an asshole. Maybe sometimes I do come off like it, but like I said, it's my mannerisms. I have poor people skills, but I'm always looking to do the right thing. I'm always looking to be. See, if I see an opportunity, I grab it, and I want to be remembered for it. So when I first started, and it's basically, it's therapy for myself on a number of reasons. You know, with my learning disability, being handicapped, retarded, dealing with depression, and a whole bunch of other things. But I had to deal with people with special needs all my life. And so it bothers me to be around people who are different, who are severely different. So one reason and I know that sounds like an asshole thing to say, but I was 4 years old. So then that was inflicted on me. So I built up this barrier where I just didn't want anything to do with people that were different. Now that I'm doing my talk show, I'm more understanding, and I took the barrier, I'm slowly taking the barrier down, you know, because people are people, and I would like to give them a chance as I would like to be a chance, not to be judged just on looks. You don't judge a book by its cover. And basically, it's helping me turn myself into a better person. I know a lot of people would make jokes about that. I can name a couple. But it's just basically, it's therapy for myself, because it's helping me with my people skills. It's helping me interact. It's helping me not. I was told I'm a good talk show host, but I come off a little robotic and a little stiff. And I know when we started our interview, I was coming off a little stiff. I was hesitant. But I'm horrible with first impressions. But now you're smiling, and so now I know you like me. So, you know, I warm up to people, or people warm up to me that are understanding. And it's just, I wish I had this show a long time ago, because I give you a perfect example. When I worked over at North Face, when I was in high school, I was the kid in the corner. I wanted to say we went to school together. You're the popular girl, and then you have all these guys around you. And I wanted to introduce myself to you. I wanted to be friends with you, but I had poor social skills. Back then, it really showed that I had poor social skills. Both of my disabilities showed more. That I didn't have the confidence to walk up to someone. Now that I'm doing my talk show, or when I worked over in North Face, I say, hey, if you need anything, my name is Keith, come over to me. And that's how it started. It's like, whoa, that's cool. I have a purpose now. You know, I'm just trying to do an impression and make you laugh. Like, I have a purpose. I feel like I'm empowered. What else can I do? And then I left, and long story about that. And it's just, now I have my talk show, so when I see someone, I automatically, you know, I can't snap my fingers, but I can automatically go over, say, hey, my name's Keith Andrew, and I drive my parents nuts. Because I'll give you a funny story. We went to the Ulster County Fair, and this is a guy who makes glass. And are you a video game girl?
I mean,
yes.
Not much.
Have you ever heard of the game Legend of Zelda?
The Legend of Zelda?
Yes.
Yes.
So this guy had something similar to it. He made it like the logo, and it's in solid glass. It's really nice. If I see it again, I would definitely send you a picture. And I was like, did you buy this? Or was it exported to you? Or did you make this? And he said, I did this by hand. I said, well, in that case, my name is Keith Andrew, and I would love to have you on my talk show. And my parents are like, there's a time and a place for that, and this isn't the place. And you wonder why you get into fights with everyone because you don't think. Well, I saw an opportunity. I wasn't gonna let them go by. And also, I have a cat clock on my wall. So the guy makes a cat that's a clock. So same thing. I introduced myself to him, and that's really cool. That this is handmade. And it's basically like this, but it has a clock in it. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I would like to have you on the show, know about it. And I say the same thing. It's like, we can't take you anywhere. There's a time and a place. I was like, you know what? Make it easier. I will do my networking on my own time. So, say we went to a fair. Okay, you go this way. I meet up with you. Or just in case you get embarrassed, me, he's like, oh, I can't take Keith anywhere. I need to put him on a leash. I have one more funny story for you, if you don't mind. This story is we went to the Hudson Valley Comic Con. You should definitely go to this. It's really nice. I'm working on getting there, and I promise I'll shut up after this. It's the Hudson Valley Comic Con. It's they had a first event for actors from The Walking Dead and for upcoming actors like you and me. So we never been to this event before. And this is the truth. You know, my sister likes to make up whatever stories she wants to make up. Of course, you believe her. Why would we believe someone with a disability, right? So we walked in. Everything was fine. She stopped to talk to this comic book guy. Like from The Simpsons, comic book guy. He does his own comic books. So I stopped right after. I was looking around, and I shook his hand, nice to meet you, and I turned around, they were gone. Now, if you listen to their story, it's as soon as we walked into the building, Keith was gone. I'm like, that's not what happened. Yeah, you lie, you make things up. It's it's just ridiculous. But I don't really have funny stories. Stupid things that I do are pretty funny. Like we went to this Italian restaurant, and it says shrimp brisk. When I said it, I said shrimp bitch. So the guy's like, can I take your order? Yeah, can I get the chicken parmesan and the shrimp bitch? And it's like, excuse me? Yeah, it says it here. No, it's shrimp brisk. So now they need to... Or the last one I want to tell you, we went to another Italian restaurant. Now I know it says moose, but when I saw it, I thought I said mouse.
Okay.
So it was MOOUSE. I'm like, okay, why is there an X or O in mouse? Doesn't make any sense. So I said, yes, can I get the chocolate mouse cake? And everyone looked at me and said, what? It's moose. And they said to me, well, I don't know if I should laugh or cry. Are you being serious? Does this really look like mouse to you? And I'm like, yes. Like, okay, that's the point to it next time when we say it for you. Anyway, I'm just trying to make you laugh. But, I don't...
It's fine. It was good. They were good stories. They were good stories.
But wrapping up, I do have a couple questions for you off the air. But wrapping up, when I first approached you... Actually, I'm going to save this one for 1 second. For people who want to follow you on LinkedIn, Twitter, Stage 32, are you on any social medias?
Yes, they can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, and they all have the same handle. It's Su Hananel. That is SuHananel. So yeah, those three they can look it up. They can look me up there, and yeah, usually if they ask me something, or yeah, I'm usually very responsive.
No, a perfect example is you were very quick to answer me. And I'm very thankful and honored to have your friendship and have you on the show. But the question I was going to ask you, when I asked this for everyone, I should have been doing this in the beginning, but for my last season, I started this trend. All rights go to Bill O'Reilly, because I saw it on his show, and I was like, maybe I should use it. So when I first approached you, and for people who don't know who Bill O'Reilly is, he's a Fox News journalist, and he has his own show. So he ends his show by going on the record. I'm like, well, I like on the record. Maybe I can use that. So going on the record, when I first approached you, what was your first impression of me? And after being a guest on my talk show, how do you feel now?
I think you were very easygoing, very respectful, because I really depends on how people approach me, especially men, and how I answer to that. But you were really respectful, and you were really honest and very upfront, and that's what I liked about it. And you were, you explained to me what the show was about and what you wanted to do with it, and that for me meant a lot, and that's why it got me interested, and I decided to say, okay, yeah, sure. And what's my impression of you now? Yeah, that you seem like a really fun guy, and that I'm really happy that you're doing something that it's meaningful and very unique. You found your way to express yourself and to inspire others. So yeah, I mean, you should feel really proud of that.
No, I am. I just have a lot of people trying to bring me down. But going on the record,
yeah, that's.
No, go ahead. I know Skype is freezing for some reason, but
yeah, I know.
But stay tuned for after the show. I do have 2 questions for you. While wrapping up our interview segment, it was a real honor and privilege to have you as a guest, and I'm looking forward to part 2 with you.
Thank you.